Hello everyone, happy Christmas everyone. I hope everyone's having a good Christmas so far, or had one, or is looking forward to it, depending on time zones. Yeah, I've not got much of a special thing going on today in terms of I can't do anything special today, because truth be told, I just don't know how, in all fairness. But I figured I'd at least still do something for today, because I wanted to obviously get something out today for the celebration and such, and just to wish everyone happy Christmas on the day. So yeah. Now I also, on top of that, I did want to go through the gifts again that we've gone today. So if you wanted to wait for today and actually watch it proper, if you will, then act as if I'm opening up these gifts at the same time, just a shortened down version. Then here you go, you can look at kind of what my favourite cards are, if you will, that I got from the gifts and such. Because I couldn't really think of a seventh idea today, and I figured doing this is at least something, if you will. It's at least something where it's like I'm opening up gifts as well, if you will, if that makes sense. Even though I've already opened them up leading up to the day. So yeah, let's have a look at what my favourites are then. Alright, so first off, Magic the Gathering. Yeah, I'm going to do it in the same order we did during the week. And also, just to know as well, is that all of them, except for Yu-Gi-Oh, have 3 cards in them each, so just bear that in mind as we go along. So yeah, my 3 favourite cards of this, at least from the sets that we got, are Quick Study, Planes 2, I think that is. Yeah, Planes 2. So yeah, Planes 2, because obviously there was 2 pictures of planes. There was 2 different planes cards, so obviously I figured, well, it's the second one that we saw. And Archive Dragon, which Archive Dragon, I've been really getting into archiving stuff as of late, so I really like these 3 in particular. Quick Study is obviously Pot of Greed, it's the Pot of Greed of the deck, if you will, or the Pot of Greed of Magic the Gathering, so it's that kind of thing, if you will. Planes 2, it's out of all the field spells, or whatever you call them in Magic the Gathering, the basic lands, I think. Yeah. Out of all the basic lands, that one is probably my favourite artwork. Obviously I don't know the game very well, so obviously I don't know how good it is in terms of the gameplay and whatnot, but in terms of artwork, it's my favourite out of all the basic lands cards. And finally, Archive Dragon, like I said, I've mentioned Archive Dragon. There's a lot of nostalgia and lost media and such that I'm getting into kind of nowadays, so that's something. So next up, we have the Digimon cards. For these as well, I've also put them up on the screen as well, just to show them off and whatnot, and I've also put them up in the same way as sort of the Triforce from Zelda. So I do feel like there's a little bit of a connection there as well, if you will, if you know what Zelda is, and the Triforce and whatnot. So that's kind of where I'm going with these placements. Here we've got Paildramon, which is a combination Digimon, right? That's what the anime shows off, if you will. That's that kind of thing, and it was the first one as well that was there, so that was pretty cool. Wormmon was pretty cool as well, I think. They're the only one in the show that didn't really get a Digi-Egg evolution. I can't remember what it was. It's been so long since I watched. Well, I say it's been so long. It's been more it's been 3 years, maybe 3 years, or 2.5 years probably at least by now. So yeah, that's that. And then Betamon's been my favourite for a very long time. So yeah, Betamon has that kind of part, if you will. So hence why Betamon is in the bottom right corner, because that's a Triforce of Courage. That's the Link one. So next up, we have Vanguard. These 3, first of all, we've got the 100 million one, which that one was kind of funny if you was. That's something. That one. I mean, these three are just I don't understand them enough to really put them anywhere. But then we've got what's this one? The top one, which is Sylvan Horned Beast King Magnolia, which is one of the cover cards. So that's I do like that. I did like that artwork and whatnot, and that's why they're actually part of the main sort of like, you know, thumbnail of the, if you will, of the trailer. You know, and I did like their artwork and whatnot. And then finally we've got this one on the bottom right, the White Light Dragon Power Solace, which actually does remind me of Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's pretty cool. I've really put them in the bottom right because they're the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Lookalike, if you will. Although I probably should have put them on top because it's power, so that's neither here nor there. Next up we have Buddyfight. We've got the shield, the Dragon World, which is a shield, which that's. I mean, I did struggle with these four, by the way, because these four, or at least Vanguard and Buddyfight in particular, because these ones were, like I said, I don't know these ones very well. At least with Pokemon, I know other media of Pokemon well enough, and with Yu-Gi-Oh, I know the card game way well enough. So you know, that's obviously why their picks were kind of easy, if you will. You know, easy quote unquote, but you'll see what I mean when we get there. But here we've got the Dragon World, that's kind of cool. Then we've got in the bottom right the Mono Horned Dragon. What's Cornos? Yeah, that one. That one I do like. That one is kind of my favourite artwork as well. That's pretty cool looking. And then finally we have on the top Resurrected Arc Dragon Bats, which I think is one of the cover cards as well, and they might even be the cover card. Yeah, not the cover card. They're actually the part of the artwork of the thumbnail, so of the trailer thumbnail, I should say. So yeah, there's that as well. So yeah, these three are pretty cool. I think obviously I don't have much of an opinion on them, but that's only because I don't know the game well enough to form proper opinions on them yet. So yeah, these three are my favourites of Buddyfight at the moment. Next we have Hop, who is basically part of Greed, except he hopped the number 2 and went straight to 3 because he draws you 3 cards. And then so that's pretty powerful. That's like a part of Greed and a half. And then we've got Deoxys V, which that's the cover card, and I do kind of like. Well, Hoen's my favourite. Hoen's my. Gen 3 is my favourite generation. I grew up playing that a lot. And then finally we have Claydol, who I've been meaning to use. So they are someone I want to actually use proper. So you know, maybe we'll get on that in a future video, in a future Let's Play one day. And finally we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Now here I could not decide properly on just 3 cards. I had to pick 7 in the end. So, but I've chosen 3 to go in the middle like normal, so if you want to say that I only picked 3, here's the 3 that I picked, those being Burning Dragon in the top, which I think that's what it's called. If I can find it. Yeah, Burning Dragon. That's in the top because that was a pretty cool card. I think that was pretty nice. I think. Antihero Neos Wingman. That's a pretty Shining Neos Wingman. Sorry, that's a pretty cool card too. And I do like the whole like. I do kind of have like a soft spot for anti-heroes, and particularly their like fusions and such. Like especially with Wingman ones, because Wingman. Well, not Wingman specifically, but more specifically the fusion materials, the Avion and Bestinatrix, because those two have a lot of fusion between them. You know, even outside of anti-heroes and whatnot, or at least outside of the normal 3 that strictly require them. There's even more, so there's that. And then Galaxy Eye's Cypher Dragon, they're pretty cool too. I do like them a lot. They're one of my favourites, and the Platinum Rare as well. So I did really like that. Yeah, it's a pretty cool card, I think, and so that's pretty nice. As for the other cards, we've got Red Eyes White Dragon, the third artwork. Well, I say third artwork, it's the third artwork that I've seen of it, if you will, as a third proper artwork, or at least the third artwork that I've sort of collected, if you will, if that makes sense. So like, obviously there might be more, but as far as I'm aware, there's the normal one you get in the anime, and then there's like a second one. which I can't even remember what it looks like. Maybe I'll take a picture of it in a bit and show you that, but maybe not, I wouldn't hold your breath. Well, I've got it in my binder so I can show that off, yeah. But this is the third one that I've sort of like acknowledged, if you will, if that makes sense. Not in a horrible way, you know, but it's just the third one that I've got, if you will. The third one that I can properly acknowledge myself, if you will. Followed by Red Eye Soul in the top right corner. Red Eye Soul, pretty cool anime reference actually, I think, to be honest. It's a pretty nice card right there, I think, and you know, obviously Red Eye's got dragon and whatnot, that's cool. Then we have Manticore of Smashing. I really like them because they're like, it's like a random, you know, Fisher and Smashing Ground support. You know, it's like for some reason it's just support for these random and obscure cards. Yeah, I do like that about them. And then finally, this other card, which is way too long of a name, or way too long of a name for me to remember it. The Immortal Bushi Mourns the Mortal Body. Yeah, this card, I do like this card because this card's pretty nice. It's basically, it turns everything into warriors basically, which is really nice considering that, you know, obviously like, my favourite type is warrior, and like, my favourite monster is Colossal Fighter, you know, and Colossal Fighter, given that, you know, he benefits from warrior type monsters in the graveyard, this is a really nice card for him, so that's why I really liked it. So, yeah, that's that right there for you. Alright, well, that's Minky's first ever Christmas week after, what, nearly 2 decades now, so I've finally broke the streak of no Christmases for me. So yeah, I know it's nothing impressive. I know I've not done anything amazing or anything of the sort, and it's, you know, and stuff like that. But I hope I've done well. I hope I've done all right. You know, done good enough, kind of thing, and whatnot. And I look forward to more. Look forward to more Christmases and whatnot. And you know, hopefully it'll be a positive change. You know, after all this time, if you will, for me. So yeah. All right. Well, on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a really Minky Christmas. See you next time, guys.